So trigger warning, you're gonna see blood, you're gonna see guts, you're gonna see raw meat, but we're gonna walk you through it on how I've been doing it over the last couple times, and it's been super easy. Literally about like cleaning a rabbit or a squirrel, so here we go. So how I've been doing it is I've been flipping them over, exposing their belly, and just trying to go just underneath the skin, right in between the two back legs right here. Now, I don't know if I'm doing this right, so some of you Florida fellas that y'all might know better, feel free to get in contact with me and let me know how to do this easier, because I'm coming back down here to do this again. But
most definitely.
I am just trying to stay right underneath the skin, not trying to cut the guts too much. Well, I got into the belly a little bit, but that's okay. And then just right up the chest. And like I said, this has just been about like cleaning a rabbit or a squirrel. Look at the belly on that thing.
Jeez.
Good night, they eat good. So then you remove the guts. I've been removing the guts with the skin on just because I don't want all that stuff getting all over
Smart man.
getting all over the meat like that. All right, and then from here, what I've been doing is literally just separating the skin, just grabbing it right here at the ribs, and just pulling that skin off of this iguana. And I was telling them earlier, it really surprised me because I was expecting this to be kind of difficult, and it's really not. Once you get it started, it's just flowing. Yeah, you do what you got to do. So then I've been making just a little cut down the leg like that right there, and then getting it to where I can get my thumb and just kind of peeling that meat apart around this back leg. And that skin might peel a little bit, that's okay. And that meat, oh, that's a chunky leg right there on that one. I'm gonna try to make sure I ain't ripping the meat off with the leg, or excuse me, with the skin. So I'm just trying to work my thumb in behind that skin until my finger can go all the way through, like that right there. Can you see my thumb on that? Okay. And then I'm just gonna peel that like that. I get down to the joint. What I've been doing is just breaking that joint so that I ain't got to cut through so much bone. And then the same thing with the shoulder. Come up, bring that skin up until I get to the top of that shoulder, right in this area, to where I can work my thumb in underneath that skin. Like I said, this is my first time, so or I shouldn't say this is my first time. I guess this is my 5th iguana to skin, so getting it right in behind that shoulder like that right there. And once again, just pulling that out like that, breaking that wrist. And then just doing the other side. But the other side, what I've been doing is just grabbing it right here and pulling up and putting my finger down on that backbone until
do it again.
Oh, putting my finger down here right on the backbone and kind of pulling up on this skin so that I can slide my fingers all the way through the back like that. And then at this point, I'm just peeling it down. Okay, now here, I'm to this back leg again, right here. And I'm just gonna work my finger through that skin while I continue to work it down. And then just peeling it off. Just down to the ankle. Once again, break the ankle. All right. And then from here, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that front shoulder out like that right there, like we did earlier. Attempt. There we go. Break that ankle. That right there. And then for the head, I'm gonna cut right at the base of the skull, basically, all the way around on the meat, not cutting into the bone. And then just twist, pops right off. Now, the tails of the iguana, they actually, as probably most of you know, they pop off a little ways down, and it's as a decoy for predators if they're under attack. So what I've been doing is when I'm pulling this skin, wherever that skin stops or where the tail breaks off, that's where I have been just stopping and keeping the meat from there. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting this skin off from around the anus, really just cutting the anus off. Peeling it down, and it should be pretty close to right in there, and that skin should, yep, right there. And so then from right here, if you'll just slowly start to bend it, you'll just kind of see that meat do that. And then this is the part, this is the end of the tail that it sets on the ground and wiggles around like that. But then from here, I'm just gonna make sure the insides are clean, and I'll do some final touch-ups. Once I get it into a sink and get all the fatty stuff out and everything else. But for now, I'm just gonna run some water over it. Yeah? Okay. Just gonna run some water over it. Do it. I'm gonna run my finger out, make sure there ain't nothing left in the exit.
Poop chute?
The poop chute. And then that right there, that's how I've been doing it. And he said he's got a way, he wants to try a similar way that they do their gators. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna watch you do that, and I'm gonna drink a beer. Like I said, this was my very first time doing this, so if you know an easier way, please let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, y'all stay safe.